true lord of late night. The master of makeup special effects lives in Bloomfield with a studio in Lawrenceville, but his mind is somewhere else.
Well, it all started for me with the old monsters like Creature from the Black Lagoon, the Universal monsters, and I'm a big fan of those, and that's what got me started in the business, so I had to have my own Frankenstein.
He's created a monstrous menagerie of ghastly ghouls who work their grisly magic in films from Friday the 13th to Dawn of the Dead.
This is what's left of the fluffy puppet, the actual puppet that bit people.
Tom Savini directed the remake of the cult classic Night of the Living Dead. He also plays roles on the other side of the camera, almost always as the bad guy.
Well, this is the bike that Ed Harris drove in the movie Knight Riders. It was red, I made it black, and I had to have it.
You all right?
His latest masterpiece, Tom Savini's Terrormania, a horrifying haunted house in Monessan, created with the help of colleagues and makeup special effects students he teaches at the Douglas Education Center. Visitors exit in shock and then can't wait to go back inside.
And you establish the real thing, show that it has power. Now, if you turn your back to me, right?
I'm glad you used the right one.
Yes.
In truth, he wouldn't hurt a spider.
I think I'm a pretty sensitive guy. I cry at movies.
But never his own. Crowning the king of horrifying illusion, I'm Dave Crawley.
The Terrormania Haunted House in Monessan is open Tuesday through Sunday, 7 to midnight through November the 3rd. And for more information on other Halloween events, you can log on to our website at kdka.com.
Recapping our breaking news, the Associated Press is reporting that police have made a ballistics match from the sniper.
And as Cindy McGrath reports, if there's a special place in their heart for horror flicks, students have come to the right place.
This might look like just another haunted house. Inside it's pitch black, loud, and creepy. But there's a difference here that's bound to get your blood racing. These spooks are paid professional actors and makeup artists.
With this stuff, it's liquid latex, and it just peels down, and it just looks as though the skin has just been filleted off. It's wonderful.
And these guys have been trained by Hollywood insiders in one very unlikely place. A working coke plant is one of the few industries left in Monessan, an old steel town 40 miles south of Pittsburgh. But look closely, you'll see small signs of renewal. This former convent houses the Douglas Business School and a nationally recognized special effects makeup program designed by the master of horror flicks, Bloomfield native Tom Savini.
Well, I work all over the world. I just always come home to Pittsburgh.
You might not know his name or face. You probably know his movies. Savini creates the characters you love to hate.
The creature in the crate in Creepshow, underneath the steps. The grandpa makeup in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Anything from Day of the Dead. That was my masterpiece, Day of the Dead.
Savini calls these his grand illusions. He makes you believe that what you're seeing on screen is real, no matter how gross it is.
And I paint flowers and butterflies, you know, stuff. But it's the monsters where I make a living, okay? What are we doing in here today?
These days, Savini's helping others make a living in showbiz.
You're going to put a lot of highlight in the areas where there would normally be shadows.
More than 50 students from 33 states are earning an associate business degree in special effects.
I liked what this school had to offer after looking into other ones. This was the best I could find. A lot of that is the instructors who actually worked in Hollywood. You know, they're showing you what's actually done out there as opposed to what's just in a book.
Everything you've done in class from your first semester up to your fourth semester, just put it all together, go out to California and say, hey, look what I did.
Oh, this is wonderful.
Savini and his teachers believe in extreme attention to detail.
But you're going to see one of the 7th vertebrae protruding. Okay.
The more realistic the students' work, the better.
Overall, this thing's looking real good.
It's amazing because some of them show up and they've never sculpted before, and 2 weeks later they have this head there that's amazing. Them and us, you know, it's like, it's released, I guess, whatever potential they have.
But of all places to teach Tinseltown tricks, why here, miles away from the city?
I know students who say, oh, I sculpted all night last night. You know, that might not have been possible if he was living downtown and able to get out and, you know. So it's so you're not distracted. That's why they're in the Mon Valley.
And it's here in the Mon Valley 5 nights a week they put into practice everything they've learned in the classroom.
To make my rib cage, it took probably about maybe a month. I had to cast out my chest and stomach, and then I created a sculpture looking at anatomy books, creating the rib cage.
A special makeup effects guy is an actor, a sculptor, a painter, a mold maker, a mechanic, an amateur psychologist. Has to be so many things, and we're hopefully giving them the impression of that.
And leaving an impression on their captive audience as they learn the business of scaring the yell out of you. In Monessan, Cindy McGrath, Fox 53, 10 o'clock news.
And that would do the trick. Savini students have also worked on non-horror related projects. They've done special effects makeup for local high school musical productions and created the Cone Man character for PennDOT. You remember that, Albie?
Yeah, I think he could get some work with some local sportscasters. I'm Albie Auction Rider with Steelers Tonight. Steelers rookie Antoine Randall has been named the AFC Special Team.
Hi, I'm Tom Savini. Here in America, a lot of people enjoy a good scare. That's why they flock to places like Terrormania here in Monessan, Pennsylvania. But what happens when those scares turn into reality, like they did in the 70s? Find out next in the IFC original production. Hi, I'm Tom Savini. Welcome to Indie Screams International. We're sort of lost in the woods right now, like the little girl in our next film, whose grandmother warned her about the wolves out there. Director Neil Jordan's... Tom Savini. In our next little shocker from our friends up in Canada, 6 total strangers try to find their way out of an elaborate dark maze that's rigged with booby traps that kill. Tom Savini. We're in New Zealand now, and they're having a little trouble. It seems the dead are coming alive. I, of course, have had experience dealing with zombies, so I boarded up these walls. We're safe in here. Ciao. I'm sitting here having a nice Italian meal with some of my paisanos here in Italy. While I'm doing that, why don't you watch the IFC original production about horror film director Dario Argento. Hi, I'm Tom Savini. Welcome to Indie Screams International. I'm on vacation here in Austria, just as the filming of the next film is. So peaceful here, isn't it? Nice and quiet. Nobody would dream of bothering me here. Hell, I haven't even seen my neighbors in days. Wait a minute. Why is that? Welcome to Indie Screams International. The year is 1988, exactly 100 years since Jack the Ripper committed his last murder. To celebrate, somebody is recreating his crimes here in Los Angeles. Welcome to Indie Screams International. We're in Copenhagen, where strange things are happening at the local hospital. Zombies and ghosts and a gigantic freak baby. I mean, God knows what else. Welcome to Indie Screams International. We're in Japan for a collection of 4 ghost stories. As you'll see, the Japanese have quite an imagination when it comes to ghosts. I mean, do you believe in ghosts? Perhaps you will after this. Hi, I'm Tom Savini, coming to you almost live from my Terrormania in Monessan, Pennsylvania. You know, I've been accused of contributing to the popularity of the serial killer in America through the so-called splatter movies that I've worked on, which is, of course, complete nonsense. Our next film gets to the bottom of this issue. The IFC original production... Good evening. It's after hours in a German film studio where a mute girl has stumbled across a brutal murder. The killers are somewhere in the building. Now they're after her and Anthony Waller. Tom Savini here. We're in New York City, where a vampire is loose on the streets. She, yes, she, could be anywhere, and she's thirsty. It's Michael Almireda's. Hi, I'm Tom Savini, and welcome to Indie Screens International. We're in Italy right now, where a homicidal maniac is on the loose. The police have no leads, except for the fact that the killer is reenacting crimes from a novel written by a character in our next film, directed by famed horror director Dario Argento. When traveling across the country, it's important never to lose sight of your girlfriend, particularly at roadside convenience stores, as the protagonist of our next film finds out. Hi, I'm Tom Savini. Welcome to Indie Screens International. We're in Denmark, circa 1922, where witchcraft and devil worship is running rampant, as you'll see in this rare documentary.